Hello everyone, welcome back today once again. So today I just want to say a message thanks to everyone for contributing, and I received really positive feedback in response to my videos that I uploaded yesterday, and they were really encouraging and positive comments. And there was a guy who shared really positive feedback, and he said whenever I'm trying to communicate, I'm using too many filler words such as funny thing to be fair. And I myself also did not notice that I'm using too many filler words, excuse me, whenever I'm speaking, which is really not good. And it made me realize that whenever I'm trying to speak, I'm trying to communicate, I need to slow down rather than using funny and filler words. And I totally understand. I'm really grateful for that person who made me realize that whenever I'm trying to speak, whenever I'm trying to communicate, I'm trying to say something, I am using literally these filler words too many times, which makes my message bit boring, not to be properly understood by the audience. And whenever I will avoid these filler words, it will make my conversation more interesting. And for that reason, I just want to say massive thanks to everyone. You're contributing positively, and that feedback is well received, and I am trying to internalize that feedback within my personality, and that will be really useful in future interactions. And I'm just trying to grab a cup of coffee, for a cup of tea for myself after I have broken fast. So that is really useful, and I would highly encourage you to kindly continue giving me your feedback, which is really useful to me, and I will be grateful few years down the line more than I'm grateful to you guys now. Yesterday I came another interesting statement, which is equally worth sharing, that whenever we are trying to negotiate, and we are negotiating with a mindset that I am gaining, I'm winning, but at the cost of other person's loss. And that is where exactly the point where negotiations do falter, negotiations do not move towards the right direction. The best way is, whenever we are trying to negotiate, we need to make sure that we are working together with the other person with a collaborative mindset, in such a way we are not causing loss, but other person is equally collaborative with the mindset. We are benefiting in such a way that we are resolving issue but not causing loss to anyone. Neither we are suffering any loss nor the other person. And the solution has to be collaborative, and collaborative solution will have positive results. And I we can relate lots of examples. So these that is very essential technique in the art of negotiations. Whenever we are trying to negotiate, we should be negotiating in such a way so that we are not causing loss to anyone. And in case excuse me, in case if there is any going to be loss to anyone, that is not going to be the right solution. It requires amendments, changes in such a way that is acceptable at time, under pressures, under compulsions, under circumstantial situations. People might have accepted those solutions, but they are not going to last longer. Therefore, the point is, we need to find a solution where both the opposing factions, opposing parties, they are willing to collaborate, to work together on the situations in such a way which is acceptable to both the parties. Adopting these issues, this approach, many countries can resolve their relations. Two negotiators can also be able to resolve lots of complicated situations. Lots of situations can be addressed, I believe. Um, but the best solution, in my view, is collaborative in such a way manner we are considering the other party is part of the solution, asking them what are their constraints, and we are trying to open up the cards at the table, that these are our strengths and these are our weaknesses and these are our limitations, and both the parties are aware of their limitations, and then they are resolving the crisis issues in such a way which is not with the mindset that it is going to benefit to one party, but it is going to cause loss to the other party. If that is going to be the approach, negotiations are going to fail, they will not last longer. And if they are to last longer, the solution is collaborative approach. Both parties are willing and happy to resolve the issues and find some common ground acceptable to all, and it is a voluntary acceptance, not a forced compliance. Forced compliance will not have a lasting results, and that is the reason many of the conflicts get prolonged in the world. And especially for my current responsibilities, art of negotiation is key tool. We have to negotiate with range of people, stakeholders, organizations, where I learned this technique, and I will be trying to internalize and will be utilizing at some point in my personal and professional life, because that is the right thing to do. And the right thing, whenever we are trying to do the right thing, it will have always positive results. And I would also be welcoming any positive solution, any positive recommendation that you might have. If you guys have got any good experience on the negotiations, how have you negotiated in past, in your present life, and was it a collaborative approach? Whether the other party and the party which was on the other side of the table, was it collaborative? And how did you try to find the solution? How did you guys came up on common ground that this is the right solution, and both parties were willing to adopt collaborative negotiation approach? And if you have any good examples, you're more than welcome to share. If you and I'm also simultaneously looking for the feedback. The way I mentioned at the beginning, I received positive feedback, which is going to pave the way for my future attempts, that I will be taking pauses rather than rambling, using filler words which make my talk speech boring. And over time, bit by bit, when I will be internalizing that feedback, I will be grateful to you at the end. I will give you all the credit to you guys for contributing towards my personal and professional success. So I just want to thank you once again for contributing positively, and I would also not be disappointing you. Sometimes I will be making good videos, something you guys really want to watch. I will take you guys to someday Oxford someday to Milton Keynes, someday to London, Cardiff, Bristol, Swindon, and you will be happy. So that will be a positive treat for you guys for giving me the positive feedback. So it will be again a collaborative approach. You will be contributing towards my development. I will be contributing towards sharing positive ideas. Look after yourself until then.